I still love recruitment now. It's being nosy, it's getting involved in lots of different areas of the business and kind of getting to meet lots of different people.
Was that when you started thinking, I quite like this?
Yeah. It's kind of picking up that and thinking, is that something we can do ourselves?
Right, what value am I adding or what impact? But I'd also want to know, well, what's the rewards or the benefits for said role as well, which is really important to people, right?
Really understand what people really value, what they want, so we can then shape the benefits that we offer and make sure that they are really relevant. They're what people want. We're not just going, we think we're going to do this. We want it to be actually, okay, we've had a lot of people ask for this. We're looking at how we can push that on one step further. Started off at Next in a recruitment role, love recruitment. You could be super nosy, kind of get to know lots of different areas of the business. So that's really great. But actually I don't think benefits was really a thing. It was kind of a part of HR roles maybe before we got the benefits team. I was actually 7 or 8 months pregnant when I applied for this job. So obviously not really the time when maybe you'd think, I'm going to go into something completely different. But
it's not like you've got enough going on.
Yeah, it's quite busy, isn't it? Quite like a life change already. But I think that was one of the things I really liked about Next. You can do so many different things and there's opportunities for everyone. So it was not a role I knew a lot about other than the fact I just loved the project element to it. Benefits is quite an exciting, benefits is quite an exciting subject. So no, never really thought of it as a career, but just it kind of happened to become available. So yeah.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
So you were a recruiter at Next head office in Enderby, yeah?
Yeah. So started, it'll be, my 10 years this year. So I've been with Next for a while now.
Nice.
Yeah, in May. So started in the started recruiting for finance roles to start with. And then did a bit of tech recruitment as well. Worked on a project role, so like a HR tech role with a new system. And then, come into benefits now.
And was that when you that project-y role, was that when you started thinking, I quite like this?
Yeah. I mean, I still love recruitment now. It's being nosy. It's getting involved in lots of different areas of the business and kind of getting to meet lots of different people. So loved that. I think the project size of it just made it feel a bit more like, I can do something else and I can pick up lots of different things rather than just doing the recruitment piece.
Okay.
So that was really nice. And then, kind of seeing the project from start to finish. And that is what I'd say benefits is very much like that. We've got our annual renewals that we have to do all the time. So they just kind of part and parcel. But then we're constantly asking for feedback from the business on what do they want. And, our employees are great in giving their feedback. So, it's kind of picking up that and thinking, is that something we can do ourselves? Could we explore it with a third party? So you're always picking up new stuff and working through it. Yeah.
Nice. And then that's when you then became the HR benefits and compliance as well, right?
Yes,
Manager, yeah. So that's the other part, which again, do those two work together then, do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it sounds a bit funny, doesn't it,
yeah.
too? I don't know, I get that feedback quite a lot. So there's quite a lot of compliance with benefits. So there's, taxable benefits is the kind of rules around that we've got, making sure that we are compliant with how we might share data, with our third parties, but for the benefit as well. So we've got really tight controls on what we expect from our third parties and kind of managing that and managing the risk. But it's also some of the compliance stuff as well. But I'd say the link to benefits there is very much the payrolling of benefits, the HMRC rules, the tax side of stuff, and I do quite like understanding that stuff. Like I really like to kind of really understand like the legislation and
why is that? Like just like personal preference?
I think so. Well, I've always been somebody that likes to follow a rule anyway. There's like a bit of a joke in my family that I will make sure everyone wears their lanyards. I think that's what they think my job is because it has compliance in it. But I've always just liked rules. I like understanding them and why they're there and why they're there to protect the business and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, that does, now you've explained it, I can see why, because I guess on the surface, a lot of people will either outside the business or in the business will just see the benefit, but maybe then not all the stuff underneath that to get to there, right?
Yeah.
Because I guess what would be a good example of a benefit that like everyone knows, but there's quite a lot of tax or compliance or actually just a lot of work to do to get to that benefit? What's a good one, do you think?
So I think, well, with our annual renewals, if I think about that, so we've got, certain benefits that are eligible for people based on their grade or their role. So private medical insurance is one of those. Really well thought of in the business, and it's a good one. It's a really good benefit, isn't it? It's medical history disregarded. So it again, that's quite rare for businesses to be able to offer that on their policy. So I think there's that annual renewal. So there's obviously the data. We've got to make sure that that's shared really kind of securely. If we were to change provider, we've got to go through data protection kind of assessments. We've got third-party risk assessments to do. We've got to work with InfoSec. There's lots of steps, and then contracts, obviously legal. And then off the back of it, if we do get any kind of insights and reporting, we've got to make sure that that is broad enough for us not to be able to identify anybody in particular off the back of it.
So it couldn't be like, these people in this area, because you'd be like, there's two. It's probably that. You don't want to do that.
No, so you want some insight, because it then really helps drive our campaigns that we might want to do from a wellbeing perspective. And you, obviously, your team help with that for us as well. So, we would want to focus on a particular, maybe it's, I don't know, like women's health is an example. We might want to do a particular kind of campaign on that. So it's really interesting to get that data, but we would never want it to be a position where you know why we're doing that and particular people, but just themes and trends are really important.
Yeah, that does sound really interesting, because like you said, I guess you've taken the role and evolved it from kind of, I guess before it was kind of just doing what felt right, and it sounds like you're attaching a lot more data to it now and listening to people. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. We have our Your Voice surveys, and we're always asking for feedback. We're looking at how we can push that on one step further. So a particular wellbeing questionnaire that's going to be going out soon, like we would want to really understand what people really value, what they want, so we can then shape the benefits that we offer and make sure that they are really relevant. They're what people want. We're not just going, we think we're going to do this. We want it to be actually, okay, we've had a lot of people ask for this, or we're seeing some trends that suggest maybe we need to do something around, I don't know, something else. So, we're really starting to ask for more feedback. We want it. We want people to tell us what they want. And there's an interesting link there with my previous role with recruitment, because you kind of understood why somebody might be leaving, and actually benefits was one of the really big drivers for somebody wanting to leave a role. They're going, the role's fine, but actually I want to work for a bigger company, a company that can offer me, kind of progression, whether that would be in the role and in benefits, and kind of seeing that quite clear progression is quite important to people. So,
So it's always been there then on your radar, hasn't it, really? Because you are right. I'm thinking now, even on like a careers site, or if you read any sort of job ad, obviously you want to understand the value you bring. Well, for me personally, I would probably go, right, what value am I adding, or what impact? But I'd also want to know, well, what's the rewards or the benefits for said role as well? Which is really important to people, right?
And it was for me, like one of my big drivers for coming to work for Next was that they were a big company, obviously, and I could see lots of opportunity there. I wasn't really thinking about children at the time, but there was an onsite nursery, and I was like, how amazing is that? I was like, that's so good. And I know not every site can offer that, but it was really nice to think that you could drive to work and your child be looked after at the other end of the car park.
That nursery is great as well, isn't it?
Really good.
It's absolutely great. I think I saw the other day that like someone from the there'd been a request, because the food, like this is very off tangent, but because the food's that good, apparently some of the parents are that impressed with the food that the kids get, they now want a recipe booklet from the chef. in the nursery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
It's really good. I mean, we've got a couple of chefs up at the nursery, all employed by Next.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. We do it all in-house and we can have that control over like themes of menus and stuff like that. But the food is great. I mean, my little boy is up there. He eats anything that the chefs give him. That's definitely not the case at home. So I like the idea of a little menu that I could use at home. Be like, this is what the chefs give you at nursery. So you'll eat this at home now.
Clever. The next step will be we'll be doing little takeaway lunch dinners for them and stuff. It is very cute as well. Like if you ever see people going up there, because it's just like it's totally separate from campus, and it's all dead safe and secure as well, isn't it? So they always go through the Ofsteds and stuff. But it is one of those perks that I look at people, not having kids myself, but other people, and think, oh, I can see why that is a big thing for you. Because it must be such a help. Yeah,
it really is. And I think it helps, like, when you're thinking about maybe coming back to work after you've had a baby, almost the reassurance knowing that they're at the end of the car park is really nice. And the support that you get from them as well is great. So you have, your regular catch-ups to find out how they're doing in the room, like what can be done to help. My little boy, don't mind sharing this, had a few kind of health problems. So he had to have some an operation on his ears, and he had trouble with his hearing. So they were great at me being able to go up and really understand what I can do at home to support him. And they obviously have specialist teams up there who can help as well. So they are, I love the nursery. I shouldn't have favourites, I don't think, as a benefit manager, but I think the nursery is one of them.
It's hard not to in that case, yeah. And that's interesting as well, what you said there around how you felt like you got quite a lot of support as well coming back from maternity. Was it just the nursery or generally, or what was that like? Because like you said, you applied for the role, and then I guess you must have gone on maternity quite quickly, And then you came back and went into this brand new role. That must have been quite... not chaotic, but like, whoa, a whirlwind for sure, yeah?
It felt like almost like a bit of a fresh start in a way. It was my second child, so I had the chaos of the first one and the sleepless nights, everything else. So what's one more? But I think Next have got some really, really good schemes. So obviously the nursery's brilliant. We've talked about that. There's we also partner with a company called Work Baby Life. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of that.
So they're great. And I was a part of that programme. So it's kind of group sessions with other employees, so you kind of get a little bit of understand what people are going through. You've got somebody that you can share your experiences with, so that's really nice to create that kind of group, that network. And as a part of that, I guess hints and tips on how to plan for going off, how to plan for coming back, a bit of a sounding board and some coaching, which I found really, really valuable. So it's a one-on-one coaching session where you can talk about your particular life point, what you're kind of worried about or what you're thinking about, and then so you'd feel really, really supported coming back. That's really good. Because for you, was there, and I imagine it's for a lot of new mums or mums for a second, third, fourth, what time is it quite daunting coming back after that time away? Because obviously not great that you do because you need to. But then what's that like coming back to a work environment? I mean, it is, because I think when you're still going through sleepless nights, because just because you're thinking about coming back to work, it doesn't mean your child's going to be like, oh, I'm going to sleep through the night now. So I think that for me was thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to cope with being tired? Or, even just thinking, with Ollie and his, hearing problems, I was like, I've still got to make sure I'm doing what I need to do there. So it's definitely, you've got other things to think about. I don't know whether I'd say daunting, because my experience has been brilliant in terms of support I've had. So I've had a great manager who's really understanding. I've had a great kind of department who I've gone into who, again, are really understanding. People that have gone through similar stuff. So, so no, I wouldn't say daunting. I think really supportive. That's good. That's probably testament to everyone around you then here, right? That you've not felt that at all. No, that's really good. Oh, that is really good. And in terms of those other benefits, then, like you say, because I guess am I right in saying it's across the business this as well? Yes. So I say most employee benefits would be managed by my team, with the exception of a few. But I mean, anything from, I'll talk about some that we've got here at head office specifically, but the on-site GP, we've got, you can get your clothes dry cleaned on site, and it's kind of like managing all of that stuff, but then also things that are available for the whole of the business. So the free biannual health check that you can get,
that's good,
which is great.
That's really good.
Nutritional consultation. I mean, I know you've used that.
Yeah, I have. That is good. That is good. You get those you get like 6 sessions, all on the business. Just sit down and they'll just like, right, what are you trying to do? And if you've done the the health thing through, I always forget who it's through.
DigiCare Plus Workplace.
Yes, that's it. If you've done that, giving you blood, you can send that to them, and they'll look and they'll be like, right, you probably, this might be just a little bit on the low side, or just watch this, and right, let's start eating these foods and using that. It's really, it's really good, and I think it's probably something as well that I bet there's some people thinking, what, can I get that? And it's like, yeah, you can. Yeah.
And I think that's the challenge we have. There's so much we have on offer for everybody. So literally the whole 43,000 employees we have at Next can have a free biannual health check. And I think it's, you can do your campaigns and your kind of messages and stuff, but I think it's quite hard because we've got different sites, because we've got, however many 100 stores, we've got people that are remote. That is the challenge. And I mean, I know I'm preaching to the converted here, like you guys appreciate that as well with what you guys do, but it is hard sometimes to get that message out there. And I'd love to just shout it from the rooftops, because for me, that free health screen, it links in with so many other benefits. It's just such a great one. Yeah,
because I guess and that's what I was thinking earlier as well when you were talking about the well-being, and I was thinking, why are we going this is benefit, it's not well-being? And I'm sure some people were like that, but it all interlinks, because if you're giving people a benefit to better themselves, physically, mentally, whatever it will be, then they won't need the drastic well-being support that some people, or like the really, not drastic, that's the wrong word, but the
looking at
serious,
preventative.
Yeah, preventative. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's the same, it's the same with the health check and stuff. It's like your car, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get your car checked, but I think we do. We all kind of, a bit weird, aren't we? We kind of wait until something's wrong, and then we go. And then we go, oh, this doesn't feel right. And they're like, oh yeah, you might have pulled something in your back. It's like, oh, maybe because you're not sitting, correctly or whatever. Yeah. Oh, good. What's your favourite benefit other than nursery?
Ask me this.
Can't pick nursery.
My favourite benefit, so I can't pick nursery. I mean, it probably is the DigiCare Plus Workplace.
Talk to me about that a bit.
And it's because it's got so many benefits as part of one. So we've kind of mentioned the biannual health check, which is great, and the nutritional consultations, but it's kind of a digital GP. So, I think a lot of people really struggle getting in with their own GP through the NHS because of volume of people trying to use the services. So for me, that's been brilliant. That's not just for yourself, you can use it for your family. So I've used it a few times for my children when I just really needed to get some advice or kind of even prescriptions or anything like that. So that's brilliant. And they also, they link to loads of other benefits as well. So there's menopause support in there, there's kind of counselling support in there as well. But I'd say the digital GP has been really, really useful. You can usually get an appointment on the same day within a couple of hours. So peace of mind there is great. And then you can just get what you need much quicker. And I mean, am I allowed to? It's kind of on the same theme, on-site GP.
Yeah. Go for it.
And I think on-site GP has just been brilliant as well. So sometimes you might want to actually physically see someone rather than talk to somebody on the digital route. So digital GP is brilliant for speaking to somebody on the phone, maybe talking through a concern, whereas actually if you wanted a bit more of an in-depth conversation about someone, you can actually see the on-site GP.
And that is literally what it is you're describing, like, because some people might be like, what? What's that? But that is literally someone qualified on site seeing people like a GP would be at the Enderby campus.
Yeah. So it's been really popular. So we launched at head office about a year and a half ago now. Really, really popular. We launched one up at our E3 warehouse as well off the back of the success here. So there's another one there. And we've just launched our second day at head office so it's Tuesday and a Thursday now.
Oh, wicked. Because it's that popular.
Because it's that popular, yeah. So I think people just really value the convenience of it.
Yes, that's a great word.
Longer appointments as well. So with the NHS, you have a maximum of 10 minutes to talk through a condition.
Really?
Whereas here you've got, so they've got kind of targets on how they need to get to
I did not know that. 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah. So here it's at least 15, but you could have 2 back-to-back sessions if you really wanted to talk through something in particular. And yeah, it's the convenience, it's being here. And then, you would get your prescription or your referral there, literally that same day. So it's really good to get kind of access to treatment much quicker as well.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the NHS.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because like we all know, don't we? And we've all read about it for so long. Like it just, I imagine some days just must be like, where do I start?
Yeah.
So I can understand why they've probably put that in, but then for the patient and people coming in, it's not always ideal, is it?
Yeah, and I think, obviously people are absolutely allowed time off for appointments.
Yeah.
I know personally, I would be thinking, oh gosh, I want to try and make sure it's at a time that's convenient so I'm not having to mess around who I'm meeting with or anything else. So, again, I just think that being on site makes it much easier.
I think everything you and your team do is that it's got that undertone of convenience, hasn't it? Because it has to.
Yeah.
Because in this digital age, everything's quite immediate now.
Yeah.
Like even what we do in Next, we're always trying to think. It's like, we've got customers, but I guess your customers are the people of Next. They're your customers that you're trying to serve and improve and apply that same sort of service, right?
And I mean, the more that we can, obviously we can't do it everywhere, but the more that we can offer here at head office, the more time they've then got outside of work to do, the things they want to do on a weekend. So they've, more time with their family, more time going to the gym, like whatever it is that they want to do. Actually, if they can, do a lot of that at head office or at work, that just frees up their time. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so true, actually. And that's a really, really important point. It's not, it's not we're trying to, doesn't feel like from what you're saying, it's like, oh, let's keep people here. It's more of a case of like, no, we're just trying to give you the best offering.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool. And is there an easy place for people to find these as well? Is it all app, online, or Yeah,
so we've got, we launched it a couple of years ago now. There's a My Next Benefits platform.
Yes.
Which is powered by Reward Gateway, and it's who we kind of partner with. So what's great about that platform is it will tell you exactly what you're eligible for. So it's quite clever how it works. So somebody who maybe works at one of our warehouses will see a completely different face when they log onto the platform to somebody that works at head office, and what sits behind each of the different pillars will also be relevant to them. So somebody at the warehouse isn't going to see the on-site nursery as an example, but they would see something else. So we wanted that because I think sometimes with benefits, it's not great to go, do I have this or don't I have this? We want to try and make it as easy as possible for someone to go, okay, this is what I can have. This is how I sign up to it. All the links are in that place. So it makes it really easy.
It's that personalisation as well as convenience, isn't it? Like I go on and, that's relevant to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really relevant to me. And what's your it sounds like you've gone on like this real big journey and stuff with Next. Like how would you sum up or describe your experience to someone?
Great. I absolutely love Next. I love working here. Wouldn't want to work anywhere else. I just love the brands, the opportunities that you get. So, I don't know. I think as a company, we're really progressive in terms of what we do. So our products and where we offer them to, but also we offer that to our employees as well. So, I've had a number of different roles in my 10 years. I think that's really nice to think, never in a million years thought there'd be this role that I'm in now. Yeah. Probably progressive, and just lovely. Everyone's really nice. We have that feedback quite a lot from our suppliers, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. So when we do things like our welfare events or our benefit events, a lot of the suppliers come along to talk to our employees about what they do. Obviously, they can, sell what they do maybe better than I can. So yeah, we always get lovely feedback about how amazing the Next employees are. Really open, really talkative, like want to learn. So yeah, it's really nice to hear that from them, because I think that, but it's great to hear it from a supplier as well.
Yeah, get that outside kind of confirmation that, what I'm thinking and feeling is true.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting what you said there. You were like, oh yeah, I really love it. Like, has that always been there since like day one? Where'd that start? Where did that come from? Like that, just love for the brand? I
think I've always seen Next as a business that I would want to work for, even when I was kind of in my previous roles. Like I was in an agency recruitment role before I moved over to work as an in-house recruiter. So you kind of see businesses around and you get to understand them a little bit. And I was like, Next has always been one of those companies that has had a great brand. But I think when I joined, felt really welcomed, as a new starter. Had a great kind of induction. I think you get to meet lots of different people. That was really nice. And that's just never really disappeared. If anything, it's just got better. Like the longer you're here, the more people you know. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say, I mean, to do that over a 10-year period, that's pretty impressive, that is.
Yeah.
To feel like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there are people with much longer service than 10 years, aren't there? I think that's quite a unique thing about Next. We've got, loyalty awards is one of the things that my team are kind of responsible for. So we see people that have been with the business 20, 25, 30. I think we had a 40-year service, 45 quite recently. So, it's obviously something that...
45 years is crazy, right? It's a crazy amount of time, that. It is a crazy amount of time. Because I saw the other day, it was a little bit worrying because I'm around that age, won't give away what it is. But I saw and it was like, 38 is not like, is the average age or something is like 77, like life expectancy now. Yeah. So 38, you're halfway. And I was like, oh no. But then you hear people say they've done 45 years. So it's like, when did you start?
I know. Yeah.
Like what route did you go down to be doing that? It's incredible. And
how different the business must be now to back then as well.
Can you imagine? Imagine if you joined, like you were saying, came as a recruiter, and then you're thinking, I wonder what it'll be in 45 years. You wouldn't even be thinking that, would you?
No. Yeah, and I bet there are so many jobs that just weren't even thought about. Yeah.
No, well, mine definitely wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And like yours developed as well, and yours was new as well. So, it's just, but again, that's the point you're talking about. It's the progressive thinking of the people, but also of the brand.
Yeah.
That's why we just keep evolving and doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's been great chatting about benefits. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No. And I will say, as a person who's employed by Next, there are some great benefits there to tap into. I think it's really good actually that we've got such an array and such a variety to choose from, rather than be like, you've got this or this. It's right. Take your pick, and really go and find what works for you. So thanks, Katie.
Thank you.